Coming up on Take 30 News, Mississippi State University gives the youth an opportunity to keep ragtime tradition alive.
Plus, we take a look at the grad fair with graduation right around the corner.
A city favorite art festival is approaching in Columbus. Your Take 30 News starts right now. Good afternoon, and thanks for joining us today. I'm Rufus Collins.
And I'm Phoebe Florian. A confirmed EF1 twister was spotted in Southern California. It's the strongest tornado to hit the Los Angeles area since 1983.
But the severe weather isn't over, with millions of people under the threat of strong tornadoes right here in the South. Isabel Rosales breaks down the latest in LA.
Roof off.
A pair of rare tornadoes tearing through the Golden State.
You just don't think Southern California having a storm like this.
One dangerous twister, packing winds estimated up to 110 miles per hour, according to the National Weather Service. The powerful tornado, collapsing roofs, uprooting trees, damaging cars, and sending debris flying into the air.
We thought it was an earthquake. They started screaming earthquake, and then the power just went out.
At least one person was injured.
Typically, with the tornadoes that affect this area, they spin up very rapidly. Unfortunately, sometimes too rapidly to detect or warn for.
Weather whiplash. Californians have been welcoming the much-needed heavy rain and snow to combat drought conditions. But now the storms just keep coming. The severe weather threat, not yet over, as the same weather system rolls east, with more than 40 million people in its path. By Friday, the dangerous weather peaks in the south, with heavy rain and flash flooding expected. Tennessee, Louisiana, and Mississippi facing a level 4 out of 5 for potentially strong tornadoes. I'm Isabel Rosales reporting.
It's now time for your first look at your weather in our area.
For that, we turn things over to Campus Connect meteorologist Tori Alvarado.
Well, good afternoon again, and yes, as Rosales said, we do have some severe weather in the area right now. Looking out through our satellite and radar, we do have active weather rolling through Arkansas and parts of Louisiana as well, and that is moving towards us rather quickly, so it is bringing some severe weather in the overnight tonight for Mississippi, and that will continue to roll through to Alabama as well. But right now, looking at the current temperatures across northeast Mississippi, we are in the lower to right at 80 degrees. So it is a rather warm afternoon, and we are able to enjoy the sunshine and warmer temperatures before those thunderstorms roll in tonight, making for some severe and dreary weather. So just enjoy this afternoon before that severe weather rolls through tonight. I'll have more on it in full weather.
Thank you, Tori.
Starkville Police Department and the Real-Time Intelligence Center are partnering to improve key safety components throughout the city. Our Kinnadi Walker spent the day with local law enforcement and has more on the story.
Starkville started investing in cameras around the city a few years ago. More cameras were needed to reach their goal of better serving the community. Lee Upchurch explains their newest approach.
This allows us to tie into private cameras like the Vista apartment complex, Midtown here in Starkville, Starkville Academy. So it allows us access to a lot more cameras.
Officers can access the city cameras from the office as well as inside their vehicles. This allows them to respond quicker to criminal activity and emergency situations. Starkville Police Department are encouraging residents and business owners to register their cameras with Fuses to help the community.
There are two parts to Fuses. There's a camera registry, is the first part, and then there's camera integration. That's the second part. That's the two main components of the whole database, is the registry and integration. The only thing that does is, like I showed you a second ago, it's going to put a little blue dot on our map, on the video wall. So we know if a crime happens in that subdivision or neighborhood or close to your house, you may not even be aware of it. We can actually go into Fuses and send an email to everybody in that neighborhood who has their camera registry. And it's one email, and it takes us about a minute to do.
Starkville Police are hopeful that this will help keep down on crime as well as create a safer environment for residents and business owners within the city. This has been Kinnadi Walker with Take 30 News.
If you're interested in registering your camera with the Starkville Police Department, call 662-323-4134.
A police officer in Virginia is out of a job in connection to the deadly shooting of a shoplifting suspect.
This week, Fairfax police released the body cam video of the fatal shooting that happened back in February. Megan Clark reports.
Get on the ground! Get on the ground!
Fairfax police body camera video showing the moments two officers fired one shot, fatally hitting 37-year-old Timothy Johnson in the chest.
It tears at all of our heartstrings anytime a life is lost. So there's a lot of emotion and angst and hurt and pain associated with this incident.
Fairfax County Police Chief Kevin Davis confirming one officer later identified by the department as Sergeant Wesley Shiflett has been let go in response to the administrative investigation. The other officer who did not fire the fatal shot still on modified duty.
Because our assessment, that I'm not going to get into, of his actions that night did not necessitate anything at the moment greater than a modified restricted duty assignment.
The video also captures Johnson in a store exiting,
Set off sensors, right?
raising questions about how foot chases are handled. Davis says the Tysons area sees 25 million yearly visitors, and last year there were more than 800 arrests by the Tysons urban team. Davis says the department has not had a police-involved shooting with a foot pursuit since 2015 and has not only introduced a new policy to track foot pursuit data, but the Police Executive Research Forum is also analyzing police-involved shootings over the last several years.
The goal is zero, obviously. We don't want to have any officer-involved shootings. Circumstances surrounding this officer-involved shooting demand and deserve our utmost attention and scrutiny, and we are committed to getting better.
The police chief says the criminal investigation of the shooting is underway and he expects all of the findings to be submitted to the Fairfax Commonwealth's attorney.
Coming up, graduation is around the corner and deadlines are creeping up. Stay tuned.
What if you could be part of one of the top engineering schools in the nation without ever leaving the coast? Well, now you can. Mississippi State's collaboration with Mississippi Gulf Coast Community College allows you to earn core credits while pursuing a 4-year degree in mechanical or electrical engineering, all in the same location. And with classes taught by MSU professors, the world-renowned education you couldn't find anywhere else is now in your own backyard. To learn more about this great opportunity, visit us online.
Welcome back to Take 30 News. Mississippi State University is keeping ragtime music alive with the Ragtime and Jazz Festival this week.
The Charles H. Templeton Ragtime and Jazz Festival is back. The festival is held to enhance the research of ragtime music and to introduce people to the sounds of ragtime. The festival is comprised of a variety of seminars and tours of the Charles H. Templeton Senior Music Museum. The festival brings in world-renowned ragtime musicians to perform in concerts as well.
The thing about ragtime is that it is America's first gift to the world. It's our first artistic statement as a country. It was better to be in those places where people are congregating for a good time, because ragtime is indeed good time music.
Musicians don't just come here to perform though. They also come to teach the next generation about ragtime and jazz to keep the tradition alive.
I'm a fan of edutainment, where education can be entertaining at the same time. And that's what this festival embodies.
Barnhart says that it is important to keep ragtime and jazz music alive because it is such a beautiful genre of music and it's important to remember the evolution of music. The Ragtime and Jazz Festival kicked off with the Gatsby Gala to showcase the wardrobe styles of the 1920s. The gala featured pieces created by Mississippi State students and modeled by the MSU Fashion Board members. The Ragtime and Jazz Festival goes through Saturday and you can get tickets online or at the door and students get in for free. For Take 30 News, I'm Phoebe Florian.
The festival looks like a lot of fun.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun, and I can't wait to go back to watch more performances. The Columbus Art Council is preparing for its annual art festival. Rufus Collins has more on the story.
The Columbus Art Council looks forward to the Burns Bottom Art Festival. The festival is an opportunity for young artists to showcase their work. Salem Gibson, the executive director, says this is a way to shine a light on the community.
What we've done is tried to pay homage to an area of downtown Columbus. There's a lot of hardworking blue-collar Mississippians that worked and lived there.
The Art Council is working together with the Tennessee Williams Tribute to put the event together. Williams was a playwright and a native of Columbus. Gibson also says there is a connection between art and the city of Columbus.
There's a lot of crafts and art and music and culture that came from that area, and so we felt that it would be really great to collaborate with Munson & Brothers Beer Garden and Trading Post to kind of create a fun festival where families are welcome to come and view different kinds of art forms.
The festivities will also include a Stella shouting contest based on a scene from Tennessee Williams' A Streetcar Named Desire. Here's a look from a contest in Louisiana. Stella! Oh, I'm just kidding. The winner of the shouting contest will receive a grand prize. For Take 30 News, I'm Rufus Collins.
You can find more information on the Columbus Art Council by visiting their website.
Mississippi State crowns a new winner, a pageant winner that is.
Our Joshua Hughes gives us an inside look into the story.
Contestant number 18.
34 women competed for a chance to win the title of Miss Maroon and White. Each of the contestants were showcased in categories like on-stage questions and evening gowns. Pageant director Peyton Brown says that he is excited for this opportunity.
For this experience and being one of the first guys to be director of the pageant, of the Miss Maroon and White pageant, I just feel like I definitely feel like I kept that same energy as in just encouraging women.
Contestants also represented their hometowns. Chloe Carter says she will benefit from her time competing in this pageant for years to come.
It has shown me what true confidence is and what I can accomplish as a woman. I feel that that is extremely important as a college girl, especially seeing changes in many different college women. I struggled a lot my freshman year with self-confidence, and so being able to get out there and get on that stage is something that I did to help myself boost my confidence, and I know it does it for so many others as well.
Each participant donated to Bully's Closet and Pantry. For Take 30 News, I'm Joshua Hughes.
The money generated from the pageant will be donated and will be going towards the Student Association.
With graduation just around the corner, Mississippi State seniors are staring down the barrel of some stick graduation deadlines.
Our TraKwan Weber caught up with school officials to find out the details.
The spring semester is almost coming to an end, so we know it's graduation season. Mississippi State hosted its graduation fair at Barnes & Noble.
I'm with the Alumni Association, and today we're at the grad fair handing out flyers for your class ring, your Mississippi State ring, or we even have jewelry, necklaces if you don't want a ring. We have this thing called the Bulldog Network, where alumni can be paired with undergraduate students that are on the same career path as them or in the same field.
The graduation fair also gave students the opportunity for sizing and pickup for their cap and gown. They also had a booth for anyone who needed graduation pictures.
As a fellow senior at MSU, I know it's been a long journey of a lot of hard-working classes. So make sure you apply for graduation because you don't want all your hard work to go to waste.
The ceremony's information will be on our graduation webpage through the registrar's office. The first deadline to apply for your degree will be March 24th, which is this upcoming Friday. After the initial deadline, the fee will increase, and you will have until April 21st for the final deadline to apply for your degree. Just make sure that all degree fees and all of account balance information is updated by May 12th, and you should be good to graduate.
If you are an MSU senior who hasn't applied for graduation yet, the deadline is almost here. For Take 30 News, I'm TraKwan Weber.
So Phoebe, are you excited about graduation?
Yes, I'm very excited. I cannot wait.
After the break, Campus Connect meteorologist Tori Alvarado gives us a full look into our weather.
Performance at the highest level
is the objective of every athlete. But what could athletes accomplish if they understood and responded to everything their bodies are telling them? Mississippi State University's Athlete Engineering program is designing and deploying groundbreaking advanced wearable technology that creatively collects millions of data points for researchers to analyze, predict performance, and improve body mechanics. Researchers in engineering, kinesiology, sociology, textiles, and more disciplines are working together to test and design new technology that leads to winning results. In addition to helping athletes reach their highest potential, this collaborative program is reducing injuries and protecting the health of competitors now and far into the future. Mississippi State University. Farming can be a tough way to make a living. Weather, pricing pressures, and unpredictable swings in demand can take a toll, not only on farmers' finances, but on their mental health, as well as that of family members and farm workers. That's why Mississippi State University is spearheading a program to train extension agents to detect the signs of depression, substance abuse, and other stress-related challenges. Everyone has a bad day, of course, but this holistic view of a farmer's circumstances enables MSU representatives to recognize the difference between routine struggles and deeper, more serious issues. It may be a tough conversation, but the sooner it gets started, the sooner farmers can get help to better manage stress and continue the important work of growing the products our world needs. Caring for farms and farmers. Mississippi State University.
Welcome back. I'm Campus Connect meteorologist Tori Alvarado, and right now we are enjoying a nice view through our junction camera. We've got clear skies and temperatures right at 82 degrees. And unfortunately, while we're dropping down to the mid-60s for tonight and jumping back into the 80s tomorrow, we do have severe weather in the picture. So most of Northeast Mississippi is kind of cut off in between a moderate to enhanced risk zone. So what does that mean for us in Northeast Mississippi? That means that we have a chance for tornadoes, definitely strong and damaging winds, heavy rain, thunder, and lightning as well. So timing out these storms as we move through. By 6 p.m., those storms will start to enter Northeast Mississippi and will be knocking on the door of Coffeyville and Winona, bringing in heavy rain and damaging winds again as well. By 9 p.m., those storms will be covering all of Northeast Mississippi, but as soon as they move in, they move out. By Saturday in the early afternoon, clear skies will move through all of Northeast Mississippi so we can enjoy some baseball at the Dude. Again, clear skies to enjoy. And for Sunday, storms will be moving in back in the afternoon. So remember to remain weather aware this weekend. Now, for this weekend, as we move through to our weekend planner, we can look and enjoy a beautiful weekend of some baseball and some other events going on campus as well. And as we go towards our 7-day, we can enjoy a nice couple of days, and we can expect some rain coming in next week as well.
When we come back, we'll preview baseball's matchup with a top-ranked SEC opponent.
And talk about the women's basketball team making postseason history.
Meeting the challenges of a changing world. It's a responsibility we take seriously at Mississippi State University. Today, our outstanding faculty are on the job with a passion that places them among the best in the business. We're launching new classroom models, investing in world-changing research, and providing a college experience that's second to none. Though things may look different, our sights have never been higher.
To be or not to be? That is the question that echoes the walls of the theater department at Mississippi State University. Nurturing the voice and movement of a new generation of dynamic storytellers. An inclusive program welcoming all to a broad course of study in directing, stagecraft, playwriting, and acting. Discover your passion in performance and production with MSU Theater.
Print. It opens the doors to the world of communication. It's where a student can be anything. It teaches teamwork, diligence, loyalty, and responsibility. At Mississippi State, we are dedicated to further the field of journalism. We make sure to tell the story no matter how challenging. We incorporate all aspects to help you grow as a student and as a person. So, what are you waiting for?
Welcome back, Bulldogs. My name is Drew Parsley with your Take 30 Sports this week. The Diamond Dogs took care of business on Tuesday against Arkansas State, winning the midweek matchup 16-2. Outfielder Colton Ledbetter led the way on offense, going 3 for 4 with a homer, a double, and 4 runs batted in. Bradley Lofton notched the win on the mound, fanning 9 batters and allowing just 3 hits over 5 innings pitched. The Bulldogs look to open up their first home conference series against Vanderbilt, who are ranked 4th in this week's D1 baseball rankings. MSU is 0-3 to start conference play, and the Commodores carry a perfect 3-0 record after sweeping third-ranked Ole Miss last weekend. Your MSU softball squad looked to face number 17 Georgia in Athens this weekend in a matchup of the Bulldogs. State is coming off a weekend sweep of South Carolina at home to open conference play. 2 of the 3 wins ended in walk-off fashion, one of which resulted in a run rule of the Gamecocks. Going into the series with Georgia, State's pitching staff is leading the nation in strikeouts with 263 total. The team will also look to record their best start to conference play since 2011 with the series win. And I just want to give a special shout out to our women's basketball squad for becoming the first 4 team to advance to the round of 32 in the NCAA women's basketball tournament. They dominated the play-in game against Illinois to advance to the round of 64 and face and defeat 6-seed Creighton 81-66. However, their sweet run came to an end, losing to 3-seed Notre Dame by just 5 points. Head coach Sam Purcell was more than proud of his squad in his first season as head coach. Coach Purcell quotes, "You got a program that a lot of people around the country said it's done, it had its glory years, but these young women were an absolute joy to coach." Purcell goes on to say, "For us to make a run, it was just fitting of who we are. We've had bad moments, but we never broke. They laid on the line and we had a chance at the end. I told them in the locker room I couldn't be more proud to be their head coach. What they did to get this program back, and special things are going to come. This is not just a one-year thing for us. We plan on getting back here." And finally, there were some big-time Sweet 16 matchups happening last night in case you missed it. 9-seed Florida Atlantic upset the Volunteers of Tennessee last night 62-55. The Owls outscored UT last night 40-28 in the second half after trailing by 5 at halftime. Marquise Noel led Kansas State to an overtime thriller against Michigan State, winning 98-93. Noel recorded an NCAA tournament record with 19 assists along with 20 points and 5 steals. And to cap off the Thursday madness, Gonzaga escaped from a back-and-forth matchup with UCLA 79-76 in a game that came down to the final possessions. Drew Timme was essentially unstoppable with 36 points and 13 boards. The Sweet 16 continues tonight, starting with San Diego State and top-seeded Alabama at 5:30 Central Time on TBS.
Thank you, Drew.
When we come back, we'll take a look at the recently awarded Farmer of the Year.
Performance at the highest level is the objective of every athlete. But what can athletes accomplish if they understood and responded to everything their bodies are telling them? Mississippi State University's Athlete Engineering program is designing and deploying groundbreaking advanced wearable technology that creatively collects millions of data points for researchers to analyze, predict performance, and improve body mechanics. Researchers in engineering, kinesiology, sociology, textiles, and more disciplines are working together to test and design new technology that leads to winning results. In addition to helping athletes reach their highest potential, this collaborative program is reducing injuries and protecting the health of competitors now and far into the future. Mississippi State University.
Young professionals are flying high at the Columbus Air Force Base to discuss future opportunities. Reporter Rashid Tatham has more.
Here at Columbus Air Force Base, dozens of working young professionals gathered to discuss living, professional, and active lifestyle that they can achieve on base.
This week marked the 3rd annual Young Professionals visit to the Columbus Air Force Base.
So this event was an opportunity for us to partner with the Columbus Young Professional and discuss what we need from the community in order to support quality of life and enhance the quality of life of airmen here at Columbus Air Force Base.
The organization is designed to balance networking and business alongside its commitment to civil duty for the community, to expand their professional network and empower them through their professional development.
I think hearing from the community and having my voice be heard as a junior enlisted was very beneficial. I saw a lot of people's heads like turn and like kind of understand from a junior enlisted person's point of view of like what it's like being in Columbus Air Force Base.
At the end of the event, the attendees were given the opportunity to expand upon how they would want the base to improve and how they would like to see themselves in the future.
These young professionals are hoping that this space could be something worthwhile. Richey Tatum, Take 30 News.
We wish the best of luck to everyone who participated and hope you all succeed in whatever you are looking for.
There's a new Farmer of the Year in the Golden Triangle. Our Cody Blaszczak catches up with Mr. Jimmy and has the details.
Brown, the owner of Prairie Wildlife, a 7,000-acre farm located in West Point, has recently been awarded Farmer of the Year by Quail Forever, sponsored by John Deere, for his and his team's work in wildlife conservation, specifically quail conservation. The farm had originally focused on crops, cattle, and hunting, but has shifted some of its focus towards quail conservation for the past 2 decades.
So what we're trying to do is replicate where we were 70 years ago and have smaller crop fields, nesting area for quail, shrub cover, and we've had some success, and we think we know what we've got to do. It just takes time to get it done.
Mr. Jimmy has sacrificed production on his own farm for the greater good of wildlife. He has been able to use new technology and systematically manage his farm to benefit quail for the future.
Coolest thing for me is knowing that Mr. Jimmy puts more work into the property and the conservation for the species of quail to benefit, and that's going to benefit my generation. That's not going to benefit his at all. A lot of his generation's gone. Being 85 and planting trees that are going to take 30 years to grow, being 85 and planting grass that you have to manage for 3 to 5 years to see it prosper. That alone means to me that Mr. Jimmy cares about the future of wildlife.
Trying to benefit wildlife, Jimmy Bryan has become a prime example of wildlife conservation and has become a stepping stone for saving wildlife. For Take 30 News, I'm Cody Blaszczak.
That's all we have for you tonight for Take 30. Good night.